influence this election. Joining me tonight to help me do just that is National Director at Authorised Australia, Benedet. Thanks for your time, Jared.
Pleasure, Peter.
I'm going to start with a documentary that your organisation is about to push the button on in relation to the background of GetUp. Let's have a little look at that and I'll come back to you.
Can you name Australia's most powerful yet radical political organisation? They have more than 10 times the membership of the Australian Labor Party and the Liberal parties combined. They have forced up electricity prices. They have pushed teaching of radical gender theories into our children's classrooms.
Only you can know if you're a boy or a girl.
And now they want to get rid of Australia Day. They've infiltrated Australia and have been secretly changing our way of life. And yet, chances are, you've never even heard of them. But they've been hiding in plain sight.
Jared, the interesting thing is, in your research, that more people know about GetUp, the less impressed they are. They think they're a grassroots organisation. Of course, they're anything but.
Absolutely, Peter. We found that only 5% of Australians had a favourable view of GetUp when they knew who they were and what their agenda was. The reason we've put this 3-part documentary series together, which you can find at wakeuptogetup.com, is to expose their real agenda and how they're trying to change the Australian way of life. We know that 64% of Australians have a neutral view of GetUp, and we want to make sure that they have the facts and that they're educated as to what GetUp's been up to over the last 14 years since it was started by the union movement and some activists from Harvard.
Okay, let me have another go at the end of that trailer so people can see a little bit about the financial background of GetUp.
We will join the dots on where the money is coming from and how that money is used to seize control of our governments in pursuit of their own agenda. It's time to wake up to GetUp. Sign up today for advanced screenings and exclusive content.
Okay, that's where people obviously can go to get more information. But tonight we're going to knock into some of these GetUp lies, GetUp misinformation campaigns. Let's look at the first one. It pertains to negative gearing. It's a Facebook post. It says negative gearing is the LNP's way of saying that wealthy investors are more important than young people who want to get their own home. What do you say to that, Jared Benedet?
Well, it's not true. 72% of people only negative gear one property, and 2/3 of those people who negative gear earn under $80,000 in taxable income a year. That's hardly rich, and it's just more class welfare, whether it's Labor or GetUp. It's the same class welfare.
Okay, let's look at GetUp lie number 2. Extreme weather is wreaking havoc across Australia. You know, it was global warming, and then it became extreme weather when it wasn't warming as much as they thought it would be. They say, and people are losing their homes to intense bushfires. This is climate change. What do you say to that, Authorised Australia?
Simply not true. Dorothy McKellar, we're a nation of drought and flooding rain. We're going through a very prolonged and brutal drought in many areas of Australia. And backburning has gone by the wayside. There's no hazard reduction in most of these areas where the urban fringe is moving into areas of native vegetation.
I want to have a look at the one in relation to Adani. We know we've talked about Adani here, but the claim is that Scott Morrison has just rushed through, they say, a dodgy, dangerous water approval for Adani without proper research. What a sellout. What do you say to that?
What's wrong? The Adani approval process has been going for 8 years. It hasn't been rushed. It's not dodgy, and I think it's an outrageous slur on the scientists at the CSIRO and Geoscience Australia and the Department of Environment who have put the approval together and have said that it stacks up simply with Adani. If it stacks up environmentally and economically, get on with it.
Okay, let's also, this will be the last one. I want to look at GetUp line number 4. It's in relation to Peter Dutton and Tony Abbott. This is where the left are very good at language. You know, nomenclature matters. This is the issue about the hard right, the so-called hard right. Tony Abbott and Peter Dutton have to go. How do we stop the hard right? Well, tell me about the hard right.
Well, there's no such thing as the hard right in Australia. I think these people are having a disgraceful shot at mainstream Australians. We know that 72% of Australians want to keep Australia Day on the 26th of January. It's a mainstream opinion. It's not a hard right opinion. We know that the majority of Australians support a legal immigration system with strong borders. That's not a hard right issue. That's a mainstream Australian issue. And as you said, GetUp is very good at twisting language to make it emotive and to keep their people on edge. They want an emotional reaction out of their followers, and this is how they get it.
Well, Gerard Benedet, I'm going to leave it there. People can go to that website. I'll get you to repeat it again in a moment. But of course, you'll be back here next Tuesday night. More of the GetUp misinformation campaign. We'll go through that then. We might even have some of their ads to show so people understand how much time, effort and foreign money have gone into these campaigns. I know they're on the right side of the laws now, but there's been plenty of money in the past. Jared, where can people go to get that information again?
You can go to wakeuptogetup.com and you'll find all the information fully sourced and fact-checked for people to make up their own mind about how GetUp are trying to change your Australian way of life.
Thank you very much for your time tonight.